So this is Carly Carly Queen 1.3 with a review to 503 fairy tale. Well, I don't know if it's really a review, but I actually got sight of this when I looked up the summary. It didn't really seem like it would be that interesting, but then I actually saw the chapter, and not a whole lot happened. Well, I guess that's not true. Stuff happened. So Dimaria is with Natsu and Lucy in some underground chamber. She has them both tied up. And then she appears before Natsu, and then she appears right next to Lucy. And she threatens to gouge Lucy's eyes out because of what she did to Brandish with Lucy. So, like, well, you can do it if you want. I still remember where everybody is. So, basically what happens in this chapter is, as that happens, she does just that. She attempts to gouge Lucy's eyes out when you hear a crack. And Lucy's on the ground. Dimaria's in the cowering in the corner, burned, and crying about how she was attacked by a monster. So that was kind of crazy. And then at that point we have Brandish and Evergreen, them all coming in to see where Natsu is, but he's gone. And it turns out that, as expected, Natsu's wound was started by Zeref, because Zeref released whatever the nano that released the stuff that made him a demon. So he's actually turning into a demon or whatever it is right now. So anyhow, after we have Lucy, like, where is everybody? I don't know where everybody is. We go to Lucy trying to go after things, but because Dimaria decided to take off her clothes, Evergreen and Brandish make fun of her for being a pervert. But that's just not really essential. But the biggest part is, after we get to that part where she's going after, we see that Natsu has left a trail of destruction in his wake. Everybody he comes across has been burnt, probably not dead, but burnt and knocked out or killed or whatever. And we have him showing up. We have him, like, surrounded by dark power, and his eyes look all crazy. And it almost looks like he has a horn in, like, his hair on one side, and the other side's like that ear from the dragonized picture that we saw months ago. And he's like, "Where's Zeref? Where is Zeref?" And that's when we come across Gray, who's looking so angry, and they're ready to have a standoff. And that's the end of the chapter. And like, the summary wasn't that good. I was like, oh, not a lot happened. A lot happens in the chapter, but the thing that made it cool was seeing Natsu in his transformation. He's not turning, whether he's changing in his path of destruction. It's like he doesn't care anymore. He's destroying everybody in his wake. It doesn't matter whether they're friend or ally, friend or enemy. And I almost see Lucy going after him and everybody trying to contain him. But I'm seeing for the future. So the chapter was short, but it had some meaningful stuff happen to it. And I just love Natsu's, like, monster form, or his transformation, new monster where he's looking for Zeref. He's like, he's over there at Fairy Tale, and then he meets Graves. Like, I don't think you're going anywhere. But I don't know, it was just a really good chapter. It was better than I thought it would be next to the summary. I wouldn't say it was, like, the best, but just the whole thing was just Natsu that just kind of made the chapter. And how he, like, Dimaria's all freaked out and burned to a crisp, and everybody's going after him. So we have to stop him before he destroys everything with his demonic powers or whatever. So I'll see what happens next. Next chapter is called Crack. It's kind of a weird thing. I'm not really sure what it's about. Maybe it's about a crack in Natsu's armor, or a crack, or maybe it has to do with the wound that Zeref gave him, because the wound that Zeref gave him is the thing that unlocked the seal to him becoming this monster. As I expected it would. But we're not sure if he's actually the monster, or if he's doing the dragonized thing. So somebody's gonna have to stop them from one or the other. And I'm wondering how that's gonna work. And just so he doesn't have this path of destruction of everybody, doesn't matter who you are, burned to the crucible. It's seriously like as he's facing Gray, the monster form, behind me see like bodies and bodies of people on the ground, like fire, burned and roasted. It's creepy, it's crazy. But, we'll see how the rest goes. So that's about it. Thank you.